What's up, beautiful people? It's Charlotte Stevens and the Ancestors, the world's greatest neurodivergent business and empowerment coach for badass Black women. And what I want y'all to know is you already have what it takes to start a thriving business. So first of all, wherever this is posted, like and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Wherever the heck this is, subscribe. I got nothing but great content for Black women helping you create peaceful profits. So you don't need 50,000 degrees. You don't need an amazing website. You don't need a large following. What you do need is belief in yourself, and that's going to be the hardest part, is mindset. The plantation is great at making us think that we are dependent on these jobs for our income, but the reality is these jobs don't pay enough. They take up too much of your time. They stress you the hell out, and there is no job security for Black women. I hear so many people being like, oh, I don't want to leave my job and my paycheck that I get every 2 weeks. They will decide to let us go for any reason, right? Or make the environment so intolerable that we resign, like Claudine Gay, or, fire us because we're too fly, like they did Brianna O'Connor, the basketball coach who was killing it, but they decided, oh, it's not a fashion show, and just got rid of her. Or you might drop dead on the job, like those 2 college presidents that dropped dead last year, right? Or, you could have seemingly a really great job and still be underpaid, like Taraji P. Henson or Monique, right? So there is no good job for a Black woman on the plantation. And I don't care how good you think that job is, you are in a position of vulnerability. We are often the ones that are the most underappreciated, undervalued. And so they'll find a reason, they'll make up a reason to get rid of you. And yeah, you may think, oh, I'll sue them for discrimination. You know how long those lawsuits take? And in the meantime, you broke and stressed out, sis. And so having the ability to start your own business and create your own income is a basic life skill for us. And I want to just illustrate that you already have what it takes. All right, so for example, myself as an example, I could teach because I live with 4 mental health conditions, because I've gone through the process of like denial and anger and acceptance and all of that. I could help other women who are just newly diagnosed with a mental health condition navigate that process based on my life experience. I can help women who are on the plantation start a business, which is what I do, right? Based on my life experience. One of my clients has been married for over 25 years. She can teach other people how to have successful marriages because that's something that people don't know how to do. So all you need to do is identify a problem that needs to be solved, and then solve the problem or create a solution for people and then sell it to them. Another one of my clients, she helps people navigate the workforce and understand where Black women understand their rights in the workforce, how to navigate that system. Another one of my clients helps people navigate the healthcare system, right? When you're dealing with these doctors, how do you get them to take you seriously? How do you get them to take your pain seriously? A lot of times we're discriminated against, in the medical field. How do you navigate that? She identified that as a problem, created a business around it. So there's so many things that you have, skills and traits and things you've accomplished that you could then market and sell as a product or a service. An easy thing that almost anybody can do is become an accountability coach. I recommend this for people who are looking forward to getting off the plantation, but you're still kind of like insecure, or you're not super confident, or you don't know exactly what you want to do. You can start with an accountability coach, because everybody needs an accountability coach. So if you think about people who want to lose weight and they're like, oh, I'm gonna start going to the gym. If you have like a trainer or like a partner that you're working with at the gym, you're much more likely to go to the gym, right? Somebody holding you accountable versus if you're just holding yourself accountable, right? And like, I'll just slack off, right? So most people have a goal and they need help making sure that goal is manifested. And so you could start off as an accountability coach, meet with people on like a weekly basis and say, hey, what progress have you made on that goal, right? And it could be totally driven by the person. What's your goal? How fast you want to achieve this goal? What do you want to achieve by the next time we meet? Great. And then the next time you meet, you say, hey, did you do that thing, right? This is not hard. This is not difficult, right? It's just you being that person that's going to hold that person accountable so they can make progress on their goals. You could start there. You could build a business, and you can make way more money than working on the plantation. Now, here's what I recommend. You want a coach, you want a community, because the average Black woman does not believe in herself enough to charge what. And as a result of not charging what you're worth, you end up not making any money. So one of the things I do when I work with my clients is I help you change that mindset from the employee mindset to an entrepreneurial mindset, which is, it's very different. And you don't want to go into the entrepreneurial space with an employee mindset because you'll fail. I help you see how worthy you are, and so that you can start, having $10,000, $20,000 months, or, even $100,000 a month, right? But you're never going to make money if you don't think that you're worthy of it. And then just having a community around you, remind you of how amazing you are, telling you what type of opportunities are available, and just supporting you makes a world of difference. You really do not want to take the entrepreneurial journey by yourself. But I want you to know that you don't need a fancy website. You don't need 50,000 degrees. You don't need a giant following. You do need to change your mindset, but it's absolutely obtainable to you. And it is less stress than enduring a racist, sexist job on a regular basis, or waking up to an alarm and being sleep deprived, or having to ask somebody when you can go to the bathroom or take a break or take time off. Like, I'm so spoiled, I can't do those things anymore. Like, I can't, right? And so I want you to be in a position where you have choices, and you recognize that you are the job, you are the business, you absolutely have what it takes. And yes, you're gonna have to learn some new skills, but we're Black women, what can't we do? The first millionaire woman in the United States was Madam C.J. Walker, a Black woman who was born like 8 years after enslavement. If she can find her way to millionaire status, queen, so can you. She had far more obstacles in her way, and you have far more resources than she ever had. So I would love to work with you and make this your reality so you can get the hell off the plantation, because as we saw with Claudine Gay, right, they might make the environment so toxic that you want to quit, right? The Harvard president who ended up quitting her job. Taraji P. Henson, Monique, seemingly they have these great jobs, but they're not being appreciated. They're being exploited. The 2 college presidents last year who dropped dead on their job, right? I don't want this for you. Brianna O'Connor, who was an amazing basketball coach, but they hated on her because of her fashion, right? She was too fly. They're always finding reasons to screw over Black women. And so you really do not want to be dependent on your oppressor for your income. You want to know how to create your own income. And what I want you to know is you already have what it takes. What I do when we have our strategy call is I talk to you and ask you a bunch of questions to reveal all the different things that you know how to do. And then we identify what lights you up, right? It's not just about what you can do, but it's about what brings you joy, because I want work to be joyful for you, right? So that the rare time you are at work, it's pleasurable. That's what's possible when we partner together. I would love for you to get these skills before you need them, right? Like once you get fired, it's a lot more stressful to start the business, right? So I encourage you to escape the plantation even while you're on the plantation, right? So I started my business while I was still working as an educator, and then my business blew up and I got to leave, education altogether. That can certainly be the same for you. So again, I'm Charlotte Stevens and the Ancestors. You can schedule a strategy call with me. I also have free classes on Eventbrite, and I would love to help you make your way off the plantation because it's deadly there. Let's be real.